Hello everyone. Good morning to all in one present here on behalf of the Career Counseling and Guidance Cell. This event is brought to you by the Career Counseling and Guidance Cell in collaboration with the Enabling Unit of Shahid Bhagat Singh College under the Internal Quality Assurance Cell IQAC. I extend a warm welcome to everyone.
Today's seminar, titled Defining Perceptions, Challenges and Opportunities for Students, aims to provide insights into the evolving academic and professional landscape, addressing the challenges students face and the opportunities they can explore. Now, we would request everyone to stand so that we can go ahead with lamplight.
या या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डवन्दितकरा या श्वेत
Hello guys, welcome back to
वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्
I request everyone to please remain standing as you play the guli.
जनक जनक जनगणमन
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान आलोक
श्रेष्ठ सुंदर दिव्य दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय विहंगम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान आलोक सकल वसुधा नित्य कुटुंब की भावना संस्कृति सनातन आधुनिक शिक्षा पुरातन ज्ञान धाराओं का संगम
देश की स्वाधीनता हित भूमिका शतकोटि वंदन
निष्ठा कृति सत्यम के मंगल की भावों का समागम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का आलोक
भव्य महाविद्यालयों के परिसरों से चिर सुशोभित श्रेष्ठ गुरुजन कर रहे ने छात्र पहुंचाए दीक्षित
साधना संकल्प संयम
नवल वैश्विक चेतना नव क्रांति संस्कारों का पद जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान आलोक अनुपम
श्रेष्ठ सुंदर दिव्य दिल्ली का आलोक जन्मम
ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का आलोक जन्मम
We are honored to have with us Dr. Kamra, a distinguished academic and national awardee who will share expertise and guide us through this discussion.
As a gesture of appreciation, we would now like to felicitate Dr. Komal Kamra. I request Professor Vadraj sir to kindly present Dr. Kamra with the bust of Shahid Bhagat Singh.
Now, I would like to request Dr. Vajraj sir to welcome ma'am with a planter. Moving on, now we would like to invite Mr. Anuj Goyal sir to take forward the seminar and introduce Dr. Komal Kamra ma'am.
Thank you. Before we get into the formal introduction of the speaker, I must express on behalf of the college, of course, that we are both humbled and honored to have Professor Kamra with us today. I firstly request our learned colleague and the bursar of the college, Dr. Raman, to please come and say a few words. So,
Good afternoon, all. The guests for this event, jointly organized by Career Counseling and Guidance Cell and the Enabling Unit of the college. I'm really happy to have the National Awardee Dr. Komal Kamra here with us to share a talk with us. I've heard her earlier in one of her TED Talks. And really, I think most of us who are sitting here should be fortunate enough to hear her and her experiences and whatever the words that she shared with us. I think so I should not stand between her and the audience here, and we like to hear her and her long experiences through different situations that she would have gone through. I'd like to really thank her for accepting our invitation and for being here with us. Thank you.
thank you, Dr. Raman. Dr. Kamra is an alumnus of our university with a strong academic background in zoology, specializing in cell biology. She has conducted extensive research in microbiology and dedicated over 44 years as a faculty member at SGBT Khalsa College, retiring as an associate professor of zoology. Even after retirement, her passion for research and education continues as she currently serves as an adjunct scientist at the Celiac Biology Research Lab, Acharya Narendra Dev College of our university. Her contributions to the academic world are immense, with numerous publications in peer-reviewed journals, book chapters, research articles, and conference reports. She has actively participated in national and international seminars, conferences, presenting her research, supervising her PhD students, and leading major research projects. She's also been a reviewer for reputed scientific journals and has played a key role in organizing academic symposia, including chairing the recently concluded International Symposium on Ciliate Biology. Beyond academia, Dr. Kamra has demonstrated remarkable resilience and commitment to the social causes. After a spinal cord injury that led to 31 years in a wheelchair, she continued her academic career with a strong social impact. She is a founding member of the Indian Society for Celiac Biology, Equal Opportunity Cell, University of Delhi, and the Spinal Foundation, a pan-India group of individuals with spinal cord injuries. She is also a peer counselor at the Indian Spinal Injury Center, a life member of the Spinal Cord Society of India, and has been actively involved in initiatives promoting equal opportunities and disability rights. Dr. Kamra's contributions have been recognized at the highest level, as she was honored with a national award in 2004. She is also a member of the scientific task force Spine 20, which collaborates internationally across India, Brazil, and South Africa. A true inspiration, Dr. Kamra believes in living life to the fullest, traveling, making friends, and embracing every moment with enthusiasm. With that, I now request Dr. Kamra to please take the stage and deliver her address. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Don't believe everything. You can, you have 2 years, you can hear from more people. It's a bit difficult to hold this, and I can't stand, sit in one place and go. So I just want to know how many people can hear me at the back. Hello? Can people hear me at the back? Yes. Even if you can't, आगे आ जाना अगर मन करे तो। सबसे पहला प्रश्न, मैं हिंदी में बोलूं या इंग्लिश में बोलूं? The choice is yours. हिंदी में बोलूं या इंग्लिश में बोलूं, बता दो। क्या मिक्स माल चलेगा? Alright, very nice. जहाँ कहीं भी आपको रोकना ही नहीं, कोई लेक्चर है नहीं, ना मैंने कुछ प्रिपेयर किया, ना कोई प्रेजेंटेशन है वहाँ पर, और हम बातचीत करेंगे, चलेगा? और बातचीत तभी होती है जब आप लोग बात साथ में मेरे करेंगे, ठीक? चलेगा ना? My first question to you. चलो ना इसलिए प्रश्न पूछना लाजमी है. How many people in this room belong or they are disabled? And I'm purposely using this term. हाथ खड़ा कीजिए. How many people in this room are disabled? हाथ खड़ा कीजिए. None of you. None of you? Wonderful. अब wonderful. मेरा काम खत्म. We are not disabled. I didn't raise my hand. You saw me on a wheelchair, right? I'm 70 years old and I use a wheelchair since 93. Before that, I was walking around. Before that, honestly speaking, मुझे पता नहीं था disability क्या होती है. सोचा नहीं. सिर्फ ये था कि सड़क पार करने के लिए अगर किसी को मदद चाहिए तो मैं हाथ पकड़ के सड़क पार करा। छोटी छोटी चीजें। उसके अलावा मुझे नहीं पता था, आई कन्फेस, कि डिसेबल्ड होना या डिसेबिलिटी के साथ जीना किसे कहा जाता है। लेकिन 93 से लेकर आज 95 कुछ एक्सपीरियंसेस आई विल शेयर विद यू which changed my perception because I began to feel that there is not a single human being who is not disabled. बहुत आसान सी बात है, सुबह उठकर आपकी मम्मी ने बोला ओ यार आज मैं छुट्टी करूँगी, डिसेबिलिटी उसे कहते हैं। Not that she can't wash utensils, cook food or clean the house, but she is dependent on someone else. और वो आज नहीं है। अब आप मुझे बताइए कि वो डिसेबल्ड है ना? आप में से कुछ लोग देख नहीं सकते। You've come around that. वो चैलेंज को क्रॉस कर चुके हो, आप मैंने देखा है। आप में से बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो बोल नहीं सकते होंगे या सुन नहीं सकते होंगे, वो चैलेंज को भी आपने क्रॉस किया है, मैंने वो देखा है, मैं बताऊंगी। बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जिनको सो कॉल्ड लोकोमोटर डिसेबिलिटी है, उन चैलेंजेस को भी क्रॉस करते मैंने देखा और वो तो खुद एक्सपीरियंस भी किया। When we go out, हम कहते हैं यूनिवर्सल डिजाइन होना चाहिए, हम कहते हैं हमें लेवल ग्राउंड दो, तब हम बताएंगे कि हमें क्या करना है। लेवल ग्राउंड तो उन लोगों को चाहिए जो सो कॉल्ड एबल बॉडीड है, क्योंकि डिसेबिलिटी कहाँ है? दिमाग। In 1993, when I met with this accident, I suddenly broke my spinal cord within seconds. 1/3 of my body is working, the upper 1/3, and the lower 2/3 has no sensation, no mobility. So, what should I do? Should I fly? Or should I try to live a full life with that 1/3 and try to choose that path? I said that's right. There are difficulties, मानती हूँ, लेकिन वो challenges को opportunities में कैसे convert करना है? I will tell you honestly speaking, I've lived my life more after the 93 accident than before that. मैं तो आम इंसान थी ना उससे पहले, अब मैं chairperson हूँ। I get invited by people like you. So I become special. ऐसा क्या specially able? ऐसा नहीं है कि चैलेंज नहीं है, लेकिन उन चैलेंजेस को क्रॉस करना हमको आता है, ये हम सब समझते हैं। कुछ साथी यहाँ पर हैं जिन्होंने वो चैलेंजेस को फेस किया है और क्रॉस किया है, कुछ साथी ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने अपने फ्रेंड्स को देखा। अब आप मुझे बताइए कि आप किस तरह से अपने आप को कम महसूस करते हैं कि अगर मैं देख सकता या सकती तो ये करते हैं, अगर मैं सुन सकती या सकता तो ये करते. I never thought about it until I met people. This was in 2009. Have you been to the Equal Opportunity Cell of the University of Delhi, North Campus? No. You should listen. I was a founder member. The then Vice Chancellor thought, Professor Pedro, thought कि इसको founder member बना दो 9 लोग थे और एक equal opportunity cell बना दो. That was a great day for me because after that I met people with different kinds of challenges. I met people who could not see and yet lived their life to the fullest. I met people who could not hear and yet lived their life to the fullest. I learned a lot beyond my discipline. So I said, well, I'm better than me. Now, any one of you, tell me, where have you felt that you are lesser than the friends that you were still in the class? Anyone? Anyone here feels that you are lesser than the others in the class? Or have a regret that you should have been like the others? I mean, I could have a regret that I should have been walking like you. I don't know. But maybe you all do. Some people do. Let me ask some of you. Those in the back benches, I love to hear them. हाँ, आगे आ जाओ इधर. सुनिए हम आपको, so that everyone will do it. Can we have the fans off? हाँ.
तो आई गेस एट सम पॉइंट ये तो सबको ही लगता है कि काश मैं ये कर लेता, या जैसे अभी कुछ बैठे भी होंगे मेरा बोलने के बाद बोलेंगे यार मैं भी तो बोल देता जाता. तो आई गेस अगर हम सुने या ऐसा कुछ लगे बाद में कि ये तो मैं कर सकता था, तो आई गेस यही है जो रिग्रेट है. उसके अलावा जो फ्रेंड सर्कल में, तो अगर सामने वाला फील कराएगा उस तरह का नीचा दिखाएगा तो हमें फील होगा, नहीं तो नहीं होगा.
What's your name?
स्वयं
Swayam. Swayam says that दूसरे लोग हमें ये एहसास दिलाते हैं शायद कि हम उनसे कम हैं. क्या आपको कभी ऐसा लगा? जैसे स्वयं ने कहा, वो वहां से उठकर यहाँ आया. गुड, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग मी कंपनी. एनीवन एल्स जिसको ये लगा हो कि दूसरे हमें एहसास दिलाते हैं, हमें एहसास नहीं होगा लेकिन दूसरे हमें एहसास दिलाते हैं कि हम कम हैं? किसी को लगा? किसी ने आपको कहा ऐसा या एहसास दिलाया? आपने बोला ना, किस तरह से बताइए.
ये तो वैसे डायरेक्टली तो
हाँ, डायरेक्टली नहीं, कोई ऐसी चीज, कोई बात, कोई चीज छोटी सी कहीं पे बोली गई.
जैसे समझ लो अगर हम 4 दोस्त कहीं गए हैं, अगर कहीं बैठे कुछ बातचीत हो गई, कोई है जिसको कुछ चीजें नहीं आती, उसने वहाँ गलत कर दिया, जैसे रेस्टोरेंट में कुछ गलत कर दिया, उसके बाद अगर चारों में से किसी एक ने टोक दिया यार ऐसा थोड़ी करते हैं, तो ये चीज माइंड हो जाती है कि हाँ यार इसने मेरे को टोका था, वो अच्छा है इस टाइप से, मुझे तो आता ही नहीं कुछ ऐसा.
ये तो किसी के साथ भी हो सकता है, मतलब it's not something unusual. Yes.
So, ma'am, from my childhood, I have a stuttering problem. So,
Your name first?
My name is Jatin.
Jatin.
So in my childhood, I used to feel people used to make fun of me, mock me. But yeah, as the years came, I have learned to, I'd say, be okay with myself. I have learned how to speak slowly, so I don't stutter as much. I have made friends; those don't make fun of me for it. So I think I have improved in it. I have learned to be myself. So I think it's a good thing.
Good. So you had a challenge.
Yes.
You converted it into an opportunity, which the other friends did not. Right? Because you had a problem. You not only tried to deal with that problem, but you also made sure that the others don't feel upset moving around with you. And they are happy for you, they are happy to be with you, be your friends. Isn't that amazing? I mean, clap for him. Thank you so much. There are people where I would include myself too, who at some point would have felt, yeah, अगर मैं चल रही तो अच्छा था, अगर मैं सुन लेती तो अच्छा था, अगर मैं देख लेती तो अच्छा था, लेकिन I learned to cross that barrier, and not only cross the barrier, but also make the others feel I am no less. In fact, I am more. I am better than the others. Right, Swayam? You are the best. You know what? When I got the spinal cord injury, the first words that I heard, I was just sharing with my colleagues here. The first words on day 5, I came to my senses. Army hospital, my husband was in the army, and here was a Colonel Sir, orthopedic surgeon, standing, tall, uniform. Mrs. Kamra, kind of opened my eyes. That's when I was coming back to my senses. You know, your family members tell me that you are a zoology person, and you will understand that you have a spinal cord injury. That's the way it was told to me. Okay? You will not be able to walk again in your life. Sentence 2. Third, but give me 6 months of your life. I will try my best to make you functional on a wheelchair. And I kind of raised my hand and I shook hands with him. And I went back to my subconscious again. I don't know. Would you call that bravery? Would you call that being courageous? There was no choice. कुछ हुआ, मुझे समझ में नहीं आया कि स्पाइनल कॉर्ड इंजरी होती क्या है। ज़ूलॉजी पढ़ी थी, लेकिन समझ नहीं आया। समझ तो धीरे-धीरे बाद में आया। लेकिन the second line after that was कि मैं कुछ, if he is going to try, I will try harder. In 3.5 months, I was out of the hospital on a wheelchair. And then came the decision of how to go back to college, how to go back to my lab. And the big ones in the university had a discussion where someone, my principal, known to me, who came back and told me this. Somebody said, why should Komal come back to the college? She's a good teacher. She learned 10 times more sitting at home and taking tuitions. मुझे ये बताया गया। मैंने कहा वो कौन होता है डिसाइड करने वाला मेरी जिंदगी मुझे कैसे जीनी है? सॉरी, मुझे उसी क्लासरूम में वापस जाना है, मुझे उसी लैब में वापस जाना है, मुझे वही बच्चों को पढ़ाना है, मुझे वही कोलीग्स चाहिए, मुझे मेरे रिसर्च स्टूडेंट्स चाहिए, और मैं करके दिखाऊंगी। वो कौन होता है? और आज तक I have not allowed anyone to take decisions of my life. Only I can take decisions for myself. If I want to come here, I will make all the means to come here. It's not easy. You have to get up at 5. There's a battle that we people face. There is dependence. But the 1.5 hours of travel. But I made it. Because that day, I did not think of that option that man was throwing कि मैं 4 दीवारी में रहकर ट्यूशंस ले। पैसा कमाना सब कुछ नहीं होता है, it's important. But what is more important is to live life. To live your own life. Live as Komal. Don't let that ever in your life, no one, not even family, friends, anyone, don't allow them to decide for you what you have to do, what you want to do. Yes, there will be boulders. I want to do this. I reach a boulder, but I find a way to go around it. I'll try. Maybe I can't achieve what I want to achieve, but I'll achieve something else. अरे घर से तो निकलो, आसान नहीं, मुश्किल है, आप सब जानते हो। मुश्किलों का सामना आप रोज करते हो, लेकिन कौन नहीं करता है यार? You know, when I went back to the zoology department where my research lab was, later I made one in my own college. There were 2 steps. So the guard came and helped me up those 2 steps. He called another person. So there was one professor, who was walking past and he stopped until I was safely on those 2 steps. And you know what he said? Woman, isn't life difficult for you? I turned around and I said, sir, is life easy for you? He said, I got my answer. Thank you. Life is not easy for anyone. आप कहेंगे कि हमारे लिए कुछ ज्यादा है, लेकिन कुछ अलग है। हमारी दिखती हैं, दूसरों की दिखती नहीं। There might be people here who look perfectly normal, but BP है, high blood pressure, whatever, thyroid में problem है, वो है, ये है, हजार चीज़, which I can't see. What kind of life are they leading? हमें थोड़ी पता है। But आपको मेरी दिखती है कि मैं चल नहीं सकती। आज आपको एक और चीज बताई मैंने कि चलने के अलावा मुझे सेंसेशन भी नहीं है। एक दिन सुबह 5 बजे रजाई उतारी गई और देखा कि I was lying in a pool of blood because one big rat decided to eat away my toes. उसके लिए मीट है यार, मुझे पता नहीं, मैं सो रही हूँ। I could have died. By the time I wrapped up things and reached the hospital, my hemoglobin was down to 5. And yet, standing there, sitting in the emergency, lying down in the emergency, when they were stitching, I said, before you do this. So, it's not about, these are rose की चीजें हमारी. मुझे आप एक प्लेट यहाँ पर दे दो खाना खाने के लिए, I'll quickly put something else and then put the plate because अगर मैंने वो गरम खाना यहाँ रख लिया तो ये जल जाए और फिर बरसों लगेंगे उसको ठीक होने में. So there are challenges. You see me as a whole full body, right? But this one thought is dealing with the rest. उसको साथ में धकेलना पड़ता है. There are methodologies of moving from my bed to wheelchair and back into bed, car and back and things like that. But it's not. Now when I want to go to the reading room, which is on the first floor, now it has a lift, but it didn't have a lift earlier. I could tell 4 people, मुझे उठा के ऊपर ले जाओ. But I have heard this. 2 students not knowing that I'm listening, corridor में आगे चल रहे, सर यार रीडिंग रूम चलते हैं. ये छोड़ करेगा, कैंटीन चलते. So off they went to the canteen. वो क्यों रीडिंग रूम नहीं गए? ये नहीं कि वो सीढ़ी भी चढ़ सकते थे, उनका मन नहीं किया. मेरा मन किया तो मैं कर लूंगी या करवा लूंगी. और ये भी मुझे शर्म नहीं आती किसी को बोलते हुए कि मुझे मदद कर दो. Why should I? If I can't do something, I say it has to come from within me ना. मैं आगे हाथ बढ़ाऊंगी तो 10 हाथ मेरे हाथ को पकड़ लेंगे. अगर नहीं हाथ नहीं आगे करूंगी तो फिर कौन मुझे देगा? छोड़ो भाई इसको नहीं है. So it has to come from within you to do what you supposedly can't do. At the Equal Opportunity Cell, I learned a few things. People with visual impairment have these softwares, and I got so interested in learning those softwares. That they can study just as well as we all can. I can read, but they can't read, but they have methodologies of doing it. I learned a person who cannot hear will be able, most of them do sign language, but most of them actually do lip reading. And the lesson I learned was simple. If you are teaching a class where there is one child with such a disability, let the room be well lit so that that child can see my lips. And what we teachers normally do, बात करते करते उलट कर बोर्ड में कुछ लग जाते हैं, वो बच्चे का आधा सेंटेंस छूट गया. So I became aware of others' needs. Those are the things that we need to, keep your eyes and ears open for. If we all understand those needs, we have gained social integration, we have gained level ground, we have gained universal access, we have gained everything. But the need has to be mine, it has to come from me. In 93, when I met with the accident, we were still in that era of writing. No, कागज पेंसिल में काम करते थे, pen. Computers had just come in. I decided to do a computer course. ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. So I enrolled in the computer center, Delhi University, which has about 10-12 steps. Every day, 3 to 5 would be the classes. I would go there और मैं खड़े हो जाती थी. 4 लोग उठा के मुझे ऊपर ले जाते थे. Then I would learn for those 2 hours and I would come back. Believe me, in a week's time, there was a ramp there. I didn't have to say anything because they had to carry me. So they felt it's easy. So there could have been two choices in my life. I want to come to that because I want to ask you people to make your own choices. Don't make choices as I did. It's up to you. Either I take a red flag and say, hello, you people, मतलब कहाँ पे जाते हैं जनता मंतर वगैरह कि मुझे मेरी ये राइट है, मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए. या तो मैं एक्टिविस्ट हो जाती और या फिर मैं मेन स्ट्रीम में काम करते रहती और अपनी नीड को दूसरों पे जाहिर अपने से होने देती. I chose the second. I mean, you could choose any. I chose the second. So for me, it was very, very simple. I found my ways. I continue to teach. I continue to do research. Even I continue to do that now also. And I roam the world. People don't even realize after a while that you're on a beach. And I'll tell you something what I learned. When I went back to college to teach, you have this feeling that the students might feel upset or may not accept me on a wheelchair. Students don't find it different whether the teacher is on legs or on a wheelchair. Students just want good teaching. That's it. I realized that they loved me just as much as the others, but not more. Bechara wala nahi. They expected the same good teaching. And if I delivered, they were there. So it has to depend on how you perceive yourself. अगर आपको लगता है आपकी परसेप्शन आपके बारे में जो होगी ना वही परसेप्शन दूसरे so you got to redefine perceptions and that has to come from within you. It's not coming from anywhere else but from within me. If I say I am Komal Kamra, a teacher, a researcher, I am so be it. It's up to me to ensure that I'm a good teacher and I'm a good researcher. Good के अलावा कुछ नहीं चलता. You have to be 100%, 200%. है ना? I taught the university in BSc, MSc. It wasn't anything to do with disability at that time. But every day you have to get up with this feeling that you are the best. Fill your day with activities. Do what you can till the night. You are so bodily and mentally exhausted. कि आप भगवान से प्रार्थना करते हो सो जाते हो. There is a reason to get up in the morning because you have a huge to-do list. कि कल मुझे अरे ये भी करना था वो करना था वो छूट गया ये छूट गया. एक रीजन तो होना चाहिए ना कल जगने का. जागे तो जागे नहीं तो वो ऊपर आ जाएगा. At least we plan. So that plan is yours, not anyone else. आप सोच लीजिए आपको क्या करना है आप आज के दिन में. And try doing maximum stuff. That's it. Simple सा सवाल है. I mean, when you come here, when you came here from home to study, right? आपने all of you are undergrads, right? Now you came to Shahid Bhagat Singh College, took up a particular subject. The choice was yours, should have been, and even if it was your second choice, doesn't matter. ये भी पढ़ लेंगे. And then now You begin to study. You go to the classroom and you find teachers. ये टीचर अच्छा नहीं है, पता नहीं क्या बोलता है और चला जाता है। ये टीचर बहुत अच्छा है, उसकी हर बात समझ आती है। It's up to you to get the maximum out of your teachers. You know that? Sometimes somebody told me, which is really true. Good teacher, bad teacher. The first one will also have something to give you. उससे बोले तो ना, बाकी छोड़ दो. Everyone can't be your way, so it's okay. I leave the rest to the person. And I never say you are bad. No person is ever bad. There's always अच्छाइयाँ होती बुराइयाँ. अच्छाई ले लो, बुराई को उसके पास छोड़ दो. क्यों परेशान हो? Just get the maximum out of a person. But the plan in your life has to be yours. When you came here, you didn't say, अच्छा चलो चलते हैं कुछ पढ़ लेंगे. कुछ तो करोगे ना 3 साल. और सिर्फ पढ़ेंगे नहीं, बहुत कुछ और भी करते हो. In a college, art, music, dance, whatever. I mean, there's so many opportunities that you get. It's up to you. Some may be in dramatics, some may be somewhere. The choice is yours. How much you want to do. How much to get out of Shahid Bhagat Singh College. The 3 years that you are here. But it has to be somewhere in the larger plan of your life. What do you want to be? When you become older? It should fit into that scheme of events. मुझे बनना क्या है वो आपके लिए मन में क्लियर होना चाहिए. And these 3 years have to be that opportunity towards that goal, the larger goal. Every moment of your life, every day of your life in Shahid Bhagat Singh College should be towards achieving that goal. I'm sorry, I'm a science teacher. I will not be able to tell you too many things about careers in your own subjects, but you know, these are children know more than you. But please don't lose that focus. That focus is so important. Every moment of your life is passing. ये moment भी बीत रहा है. इसमें से ले लो जो लेना है. Do you get up in the morning and feel like coming to the college? Yes or no? What are the reasons? Huh? Somebody said no. Somebody said no. Come on, have the courage to say no. Get up. I heard no. I want one reason why not. बोलो ना.
Might be my lethargy. I'm lethargy.
Might be नहीं. Be sure.
I am lazy, so I find it really difficult to study in the morning routine.
Why did you join the college?
I wanted to pursue economics as my career, so I.
करियर तो चाहिए. और लेजी भी रखना है. अगर घर से उठ के कॉलेज नहीं आओगे तो गोल कहाँ से मिलेगा भाई? सिंपल सी बात है. So get up with a reason. Try to change this one thing in your life. If you say you're lazy, that's the visibility you have. Let's get that out of your system. So from today, now, you're not a lazy person. You're going to come to college because of a reason. And you will do anything वो बस नहीं मिल रही, ये नहीं हो रहा, वो नहीं हो रहा, I don't know whatever your method of transport is, but somehow I'm going to make it to college. Somehow I'm going to be in every class. Somehow I want to be with the worst teacher or the best teacher or whatever. Make every moment of your life here towards that goal. You said you wanted to be a good economist, right? Economics is tough. Zoology is easy. I'm not sure, but I fear economists. My maths teacher was very, very upset that I didn't take maths in higher studies. But honestly speaking, the debit and the credit never matched.
So that's common.
The mind. I have to remind myself that credit is money coming to my bank, and the debit is something that's going out of my bank. Am I right? So I don't know these things. There's so much I don't know. You know what? I go to the library. Why? Because you Google it. But I go to the library not just to read what I want to, but the feeling I get is how much I don't know. There is so much more to know. It's I feel awestruck when I look at all that. I know the more I go there, I feel the lesser I know. And I want to know more. That hunger is there. And that hunger should remain till the dying day. The last breath of my life, that hunger should be there. But focused hunger. Right? This world is pretty bad outside. It's not that easy. You have to make something out of yourself. Right? बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है मानते हैं हम भी पढ़े थे जब मैंने मास्टर्स किया ना आई वाज स्टेइंग इन खान मार्केट अब आप सोचोगे खान मार्केट में कहाँ रहती थी आजकल खान मार्केट आप शॉपिंग करने जाते हो ना इट वाज अ रिफ्यूजी कॉलोनी नीचे स्लीपी दुकानें होती थी ऊपर फ्लैट्स होते थे जहाँ लोग रहते थे हम भी रहते 18 of us living in 2 rooms. From Khan Market, change 2 buses and come to the university. We didn't have money. So, 40 पैसे का टिकट खरीदो और चलो DTC के बस. Masters in a science subject at least would be from 9 o'clock to 6, 7, whatever. Okay. I wasn't satisfied. I said, let me add something else. I added French from 8 to 9:30. So I would get out of my house at 6:30 and be in the arts faculty doing French. And then run from there to the faculty to do my zoology, and in the evening to do Visharad in music, vocal, classical. I just loved it. And people said, Pagal. But I taught the university in previous and final in my zoology. I got a first class in my French, and I cleared my Visharad with flying colors. All in 2 years. Because I wanted it. That's the desire, the hunger that you need to have. To get the maximum out of every bit of your life. And don't think that has stopped even when I came on a wheelchair. If you look at the 39 years before and the 31, 32 years later, I would have probably done more in this segment. because of the hunger. That hunger has to be there within you. No one can give you that hunger. आप घर से उठो तो आप एक मकसद से उठो. आप उस मकसद को सारा दिन लगाकर पूरा करो, कोशिश करो, और फिर कुछ बच जाए तो सो जाना कि कल उठते ही मुझे फिर वो बाकी का काम करना है जो आज. That's what life is, and it's very precious. I was given up as dead. We were 14 of us, my mother and I, my parents and I mean, 3 sisters, our husbands and our children, who went for a holiday to J&K. Fell 700 feet. 3 lives lost. 2 spinal cord injuries, my mother and I. And suddenly there was no sister and brother-in-law, and there was no sister. Unke bachche bhi mere paas. I was the only mother. Where was the choice? उनको भी पालना है. Today they are all set, but I'm just saying that life gives you those turns. If I wasn't prepared in my mind to take those turns as challenges, I would not have been here today with you. And I'm not saying that I'm courageous, and I'm not saying, please don't say कि वो बहादुर है, मैं नहीं. No. Please think. ये बहादुरी नहीं है. ये वो हंगर है. कुछ करने की, अपनी जिंदगी को एक मकसद देने की. Despite the challenges, whether physical or not. Am I making sense? Am I kind of कहीं ना कहीं पर आपकी कॉन्शियस को अगर मैं छू पाई हूँ, बस उतना ही चाहिए था मुझे. The rest will be repeats. So I will stop here, but I would definitely like to hear at least one person here who thinks that that's the way to live life. One person. I just want one person to stand up and say कि मेरे को जिंदगी ऐसे ही जीनी है. One person. Please stop. Okay. One person. सोच रहे हो? सोचते हुए जिंदगी निकल जाएगी यार. सोचते सोचते यहाँ पर पहुंच गए. जाग जाओ. वो लेजी बर्ड. जागे.
Yes, ma'am.
कल देखते हैं सुबह. इसकी मम्मी इनको धक्का मारती है या ये अपने आप को धक्का मारती है. So we want all of you to think that I can do it. I shall do it. I will do it my way. Within social limits. I mean, I'm not saying come without wearing your clothes. I don't feel like it. There have to be social norms. Within those social norms, don't say I'll come with this much of clothes. There are certain social norms. You have to follow those. But apart from that, you know what I mean. वो मकसद अपनी जिंदगी का. अभी मैं बाहर जा रही हूँ, उसके बाद बैठो 5 मिनट, मनन करो, सोचो मैं यहाँ क्यों हूँ. You're 19-20-year-olds, right? छोटी सी जिंदगी बहुत बड़ी पड़ी है. अगर आज नहीं सोचा तो कभी नहीं सोचा. सोच लो. You will become something. Someday, you will remember this old woman who will be maybe gone by then. कुछ कहा था उसने. जिंदगी में कुछ मकसद बना लो, कुछ कर लो. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable insights and for sharing your expertise with us today. To formally conclude the session, I would like to invite Dr. Vadraj sir to deliver the vote of thanks.
May I ask one student to do this for you?
Yeah, of course.
One student to come here and speak for a minute. What have you, has it kind of changed? One, anyone, come on. Ponytail, come. What's your name?
Vishesh.
Huh?
Vishesh.
Vishesh, wonderful name, come. Come. You heard me for, I don't know, when I speak, I don't know what time.
Almost an hour.
Almost an hour. Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry. The barrage was too much. Yes, Vishesh.
Yes, ma'am. So as you said, your life experiences. So it was so inspiring. Like you told, कि हमें हार नहीं माननी है, and we have to do anything what we want. So as far as I have heard what you said from last 1 hour, so it was so inspiring. And you said that stairs you are walking 4 people, 5 people, but you are going to library and all. So it was so inspiring, and I learned many things from you from last 1 hour. Thank you so much, ma'am, from these all things.
What's the aim in your life? What do you want to do?
Ma'am, currently I am pursuing BCom honors from this college, and I'm in my first year. And my aim is to do MBA in finance and then pursue investment banking and all.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I admire their age. They know what they want to do. We probably didn't. Thank you so much, Vishesh.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
That's beautiful. Yeah, please carry.
So, respected Honorable Speaker, Dr. Komal Kamra ma'am, respected IQAC Coordinator, Professor V.V. Raman sir, my dear colleagues, my dear students, and volunteers of Career Credit Cell and Enabling Unit. I take this opportunity to thank and it's not a kind of a prefatory word of thanks, but just quickly I'll share my views. I was teaching my students this book by Kiran Bedi, Fearless Governance. In this book, there was a very powerful statement which reiterated in the speech of Madam what she gave now. If you don't decide for yourself, someone will decide for you. So that decision that if you don't take it now, and if not now, then never. So that's a thing which she did not theoretically say, but she did prove it practically. And what she did here is just come and demonstrate it. So my heartfelt thanks for Madam for coming all the way with all the challenges. I won't call it as, even she never called it as disability or difficulties. Rather challenges, of course, she accepted. It is not a kind of a Bollywood movie. I'm not calling it as a challenge. It is a challenge, but we have to go ahead with that. So thanks again, ma'am, for coming all the way to address our students. If 3 to 4 or 5 students from this change their life, that's the kind of eighth wonder I'll call it. Number one. So again, in terms of our patron, chief patron, Dr. Arun Kumar Atri, for allowing this event to happen in this conducive atmosphere, and support, never-ending support rendered by Dr. V.A.V. Raman as IQAC coordinator, also a member of Enabling Unit, always willing to support us. The faculty members is the guidance convener, career guidance convener, Dr. Sandeep Kumar, the other faculty members of Career Guidance Cell and the faculty members of Enabling Unit, and the tireless volunteers who did all the job behind this. They are all doing it behind the screen, and the logistics support rendered by all in terms of, I'm really thankful to those because I'm moving towards one thing that I'm interpreting and I'm trying to implement it, integrated setup. In this career guidance session, what is the need for Enabling Unit is the thing which I thought, and he's my good friend of mine. When I said, he immediately accepted to do this because things should be integrated, events should be integrated so that perceptions will obviously change, because the change for the perception, obviously, as Madam said, it should not come from the external factors, but should come from within. With these words, I don't want to stand between you and the lunch. Thank you very much. Thank you very much once again, all.
Thank you so much, sir, for your heartwarming words. Now I request everyone to please stand and rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
With that, we come to the conclusion of today's seminar. We hope this session has been informative and beneficial for all of you. Thank you for your time and participation. Wishing you all a productive day ahead.
Can we come for a group?